This is TradeFlow News, bringing you relevant news and insights from around the world. TradeFlow News, enabling trade for SMEs and economies worldwide.
Welcome back to TradeFlow TV. You know the drill. Markets move fast, and if you're not ahead, you're under. It is Thursday morning, May 21st, 2026, and the global economy has officially hit the inventory cliff. Let's get you caught up for the trading day ahead. Let's start with the 60-second commodities flash. Brent crude is fiercely testing $120 resistance this morning as the SPR release fade. WTI has crossed $114. The physical market is screaming supply squeeze. Tech stockouts have begun. The shadow airlifts out of Taiwan are failing. Two major U.S. manufacturers warn of zero inventory for Q3 servers. The Chinese blockade of the Taiwan Strait is now officially breaking Western assembly lines. Emerging market rate shock is here. Three central banks announced emergency off-cycle rate hikes overnight to defend their collapsing currencies. Project Freedom is paralyzed. The Pentagon has paused commercial escorts after insurers warned of permanent blacklisting. Silver is ripping higher while gold holds near $48.50. Industrial consumers are panic hoarding physical silver. The dual choke point crisis is cutting off both raw metal supply and the semiconductor fabrication that relies on it. Now let's go deep on the inventory cliff and the petrodollar fracture. The narrative has shifted from delays to absolute scarcity. Here is why today's price action marks a terrifying new phase for the global economy. First, the tech zero inventory reality. Yesterday's shadow airlifts were just a temporary corporate band-aid. This morning's SEC filings prove it. You cannot bypass a naval blockade of the world's semiconductor hub with private jets. Western tech giants are about to face a total production halt. Wall Street is waking up. You can't hit Q3 guidance with no hardware to sell. Prepare for violent downside revisions in the Nasdaq today. Second, the refined product crisis. Everyone is watching crude, but the real panic is in refined products like diesel and jet fuel. With 100 million barrels of crude missing globally every week, refineries are slashing their runs, causing massive spikes in wholesale prices. If airlines and trucking fleets cannot secure fuel, we are looking at a full-blown halt in domestic logistics across Europe and North America. Third, the de-dollarization catalyst. Watch the emerging markets. Overnight rate hikes are a desperate attempt to stop capital flight. Countries like India are being forced to make a structural choice. We are hearing whispers that major Asian economies will bypass SWIFT entirely. They'll buy shadow fleet oil in local currencies or gold. The Hormuz tax is violently accelerating the fracture of the petrodollar system. The TradeFlow take. We have hit the wall, the buffers of corporate inventory and central bank FX reserves are tapped out. If you are holding paper assets dependent on global supply chains, you are exposed. Physical energy and decentralized money are the only places to hide. Stay liquid, stay sharp. See you on the next one.
That is all for today's news on commodity markets. Stay tuned to TradeFlow News as we continue to provide you with more updates. We also invite you to follow us on Twitter at TradeFlow News, which allows you to watch our program on your mobile device or desktop to receive information from there.